In this tutorial, we are going to focus on adding new employees. Before we begin, you'll need to review the two items before Employee Setup under the Employees module. They are Employee Options, where general employee settings are entered, and Deductions and Benefits. For more information, please see the respective videos on the desired topic. After Employee Options have been reviewed and Deductions and Benefits are set up, we are ready to add a new employee. Select Employee Setup from the Employees module. You can sort the list of employees by first name, last name, or employee code. Click New in the upper right corner of the screen to add a new employee. Drake Accounting does not require you to complete all fields within the tabs. If there is not a red validator beside a field, you are not required to address that particular field. If you would like to edit an employee's information at a later date, you would simply select the employee from the employee list and then edit the employee's information by clicking the appropriate tab and field. Let's enter the employee's personal information. Enter the employee code, then the first name and last name. United States is the default country, which can be changed by selecting the drop list and choose a different country. As you tab through the fields, you can see that it goes from address 1 to address 2 to the zip code field, which skips the city and state fields because once you enter the zip code, Drake Accounting automatically fills the city and state fields for you. When you tab to a date, like date of birth, you must either check the box to input the information manually or click the calendar icon to choose a date. Drake Accounting defaults to the current date for date of hire. To edit the date, either manually enter the date or click the calendar icon to use the date picker. The option to activate works at multiple locations is available only if the client is set up for multiple location payroll. For more information on this topic, view the multi-location payroll setup video. After you complete the Personal Information tab, you will notice red validators on three other tabs: Payroll Wages, Federal Tax, State Tax. You must complete the necessary fields within all of those tabs to be able to save the new employee information. Click on the Payroll Wages tab. You will select the correct information to input the employee's pay class, pay frequency from the drop list. Tab through the fields and enter the information as applicable. At the bottom of the screen, you must enter the pay rate for each employee who has an hourly wage. Click the Add button at the top left corner of the rates box. Choose the current rate field and enter the employee's pay rate. You can tab through the remaining fields to complete. Keep in mind that you are required to enter a description. Drake Accounting allows you to enter more than one rate per employee in the event that an employee serves more than one role within the company. To enter another rate, simply click the Add button and repeat the process. You must choose a primary rate by selecting the corresponding box, even if the employee only has one pay rate. The primary rate will be used to calculate vacation, sick, and holiday pay. Under the Payroll Options tab, you can select whether the employee is tipped directly and/or tipped indirectly. In this section, you can also select whether you want Drake Accounting to calculate the accruals for sick and/or vacation hours based on the information you previously entered. Click on the Federal Tax tab. Choose the exemptions and resident status for the employee by selecting the qualifiers in the top box. Select the appropriate field in the Federal Withholding Options box. Select Pre-2020 W-4 if the entry is based on a W-4 completed prior to January 1, 2020. You must choose the employee's filing status from the drop list. For pre-2020 W-4s, enter the number of federal exemptions the employee is claiming as well as any other additional withholdings. For 2020 W-4s, enter the extra withholdings as well as dependents, other income, and deductions as found on steps 3 and 4 of the W-4. Finally, choose a visa type for the employee if applicable. Click on the State Tax tab. Drake Accounting populates the state in the state tax table and SUTA based on the employee address entered on the Personal Information tab. Utilize the drop list to edit if necessary. Mark if the employee is exempt from state unemployment or state withholding. Select the appropriate fields in the State Withholding Options box. You must update the filing status options based on the employee's state W-4 information. We have cleared all the validators. You can either save the information you have entered, which will exit this employee, or move on to other tabs and enter additional information. Let's do that now. Under the Local Tax tab, you can assign the appropriate local taxes that should be withheld from an employee's check. The locality taxes displayed are based on the state selected in the employee address field on the Personal Information tab. Clicking on the column header will sort the list of taxes on the left side of the screen. Select the locality tax which applies to the employee. Click the right arrow for work localities or residential localities, and the locality tax moves to the right column, which means it will be withheld from the employee's pay. If you wish to remove a tax, simply highlight the tax and click the left arrow. Select the Deductions tab if you have set up deductions. Please see the video for deductions and benefits setup if you need assistance with this topic. You will see a list of all the available deduction names which can be assigned to an employee under the Deductions tab. Select the deduction to assign to the employee and click the right arrow. You will notice the default amount and ceiling you entered when creating the list of deductions. These amounts can be edited for the employee by double-clicking the field. The matching checkbox is read-only and will display the information you previously entered when creating the deduction. Once you have selected all of the deductions which apply to the employee, use the up and down arrows to arrange them in order they will be deducted from the employee's pay. To remove a deduction from an employee, highlight the deduction and click the left arrow. When you click the Benefits tab, you will see a list of all available benefit names based on the benefits entered in the benefits setup. Just like under the Deductions tab, select the benefit you wish to assign to an employee and click the right arrow. Once the benefit has been assigned, you can adjust the defaulted amount and/or ceiling by double-clicking the respective field you wish to edit and personalizing the entry. The next tab is for direct deposit. For more information on direct deposit, view the direct deposit overview video. The Notes tab can be utilized to enter any miscellaneous information you wish to about the employee. Once you enter a note for an employee, check the Append Date and Time on Startup box in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, which timestamps the note for future reference. For existing employees, the Checks tab will display historical summary of payroll checks processed in Drake Accounting. Click Save to save all the data you have entered for the employee. For more information, visit accounting.drakesoftware.com.